All right. So, of course, it's been a while since I've made one of these, but this time it is because of a beautiful character named Tifa Lockhart. And I'm okay with that. So, this is my mini cast. As many of you know, I go by Lone Wolf on the PlayStation Network and um, Twitch. And so I don't have my group of friends close by so we can do a normal podcast. So I do these little mini casts. Gives me a chance to vent and talk about stuff that I have enjoyed over the last usually couple weeks in from the entertainment industry. So here's another one. I'm going to try to keep this short, let you get on with your day, but you know, at least humor me for a few minutes of your life. First things first, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth was absolutely fun. I enjoyed it easily 9.5 out of 10. Beautiful. It took me about 113 hours to beat it. I got sidetracked all the time with doing all the side missions and mini games. Granted, some of the mini games were super hard, but I had to beat them, so I kept on playing them until I beat them. The story went the way it makes sense in this new world of Final Fantasy VII. They're they're telling a specific story. There's a shit ton of theories out there, and I probably spent a whole day listening to them all, and I absolutely love it. Um, Cloud, badass. Sephiroth, just an amazing villain. And of course, Tifa will always hold a special place in my heart. Aerith, Red, Barrett, Kate, Sid. We got to meet Vincent in this one and Sid in this one, so that was pretty cool. They weren't playable, but they're in the game. Yeah, this in that game or this game ended at a specific moment. If you played the original, you know the moment I'm talking about. We're gonna have one more game. It's gonna be interesting to see what they do because they have started to make some changes and started to add some stuff that's making this whole story very interesting and fun. I'm all for it, and I can't wait to see um, what we get in probably 3 years or so. Um, the mini games, like I said, were hard. Some of them were very hard. The card game in it was really fun. I might go for the platinum trophy on this one. I haven't decided because there's some mini games that you have to get first place on, and like I said, those mini games were annoying and hard. I don't know if I'm going to have the patience and the the drive to get through all first place on all of those, but we will see. Um, the other thing that I enjoyed here recently was Dune 2. Um, it's, of course, the sequel to Dune that came out a few years ago. I have never read the books. I know the books are, or the first book is held into high regard, with high regard. I know there are 6 books totals and in those books they kind of go crazy, wild, human worm hybrids. I don't know if we'll ever see any of that stuff in the on the big screen, but at the very least, my understanding is we'll probably see the first 2 books being made into the movie trilogy. Uh, the black and white planet that they have in this movie was absolutely um, crazy looking. I would have never pictured that um, aesthetic in my mind. It's not your typical black and white like Godzilla -1. No, this is like specific. The sun causes this, and everyone's skin is white, and their mouths are black. It's very weird. Um, it should be enjoyed in IMAX. Uh, and saying that, Austin Butler's character, great villain to for Paul Atreides. Um, Timothy's Chalamet's character, uh, kind of a yin to his yang. Sadly, we only get him in this movie, but yeah, in my opinion, Lady Jessica kind of steals the show. Zendaya's character was kind of annoying for me. Uh, I don't know. She was rebellious just for the sake of being rebellious. Um, I don't know. It just rubbed me the wrong way. That she was the only knock I had on the movie. Um, Javier Bardem's character was fun. Uh, you could tell he enjoyed playing him. Shit ton of memes of him as that character out on the internet right now. You know how the internet is. Um, I'm very looking forward to part three. My understanding, the director is gonna come back. He wants to do the third one. I like it when trilogies or any type of run, franchise run has one director because the feel is always in sync and it feels well put together, well made. So I can't wait to see his next movie. I've watched a few YouTube videos about Paul's character, and um, you can see the cracks starting to happen with this, Messiah character. That I feel like the story of Dune is kind of warning against. I could be wrong. Like I said, I haven't read the book. It's on my to read list. Um, but yeah, it's something that you should definitely watch. Watch it in the biggest screen possible. IMAX if you can. If not, just watch it on a big screen. I'm sure it's still going to be out there for a couple more weeks. Um, the worms. Just quick. I'm thinking of that stupid popcorn bucket, but the worms. The way they made the worms, it was pretty cool. Uh, I understand the movie didn't have a Marvel style budget, but yet this feels more epic than a lot of Marvel movies and TV shows that have come out here recently. So do yourself a favor, go watch that one. And finally, uh, something else that I saw, it's on Netflix. I think it's a Netflix original. Is called Spaceman. It is a Adam Sandler movie. It's one of his serious ones. And if you've been following anything he's done in the last couple of years, when he does a serious role, he's pretty good at it. He nails it. I gained a whole level of respect for him whenever I started watching him do serious pieces. Um, Hustle and Uncut Gems. This is going to fall into that category where it's not your typical comedian Adam Sandler. He plays an astronaut who's in a ship by himself, going out to the edge of space to study this purple um, dust or particles, whatever it is. And while he's out there, he all of a sudden has a giant spider alien in his ship. And saying that, you think it's a horror, but no, it's more of a reflective movie. I highly recommend it if you have a few hours to kill. It's on Netflix. It's an easy watch. Um, the alien, who's voiced by Paul Dano, if I'm not mistaken, um, he he does look like a spider for the main part, but instead of the typical spider mouth, he has like a human mouth, so it just throws you off. His voice is very like monotone across it all. Definitely give it a watch. One that I recommend. If you, like I said, if you have nothing to do, check it out. And finally, we were graced with a few movie trailers over the last few weeks. The Crow, the new Crow movie, Fallout, which is the Amazon series that's coming out, and what was the other one? House of the Dragons. So I guess one movie and two TV shows. First off, House of the Dragon. They dropped two trailers, Team Green or Team Black. I'm super excited for that show. I love last season, or yeah, I love the last season. Uh, this whole civil war that's gonna play out with House Targaryen is gonna be fun. HBO typically puts in extra love and support onto their Game of Thrones stuff. With House of the Dragon, last few seasons of Game of Thrones, and my understanding they have some other stuff in the work, but we'll see how it all plays out because Warner Brothers and Discovery or Discover Warner Brothers, whatever the parent company's called now, they do a lot of stupid mistakes decision wise. So we'll see if they drop the ball or they continue to treat the Game of Thrones universe well like they should. But I am Team Black. If you did not know that, you know that now. So we'll see how that all plays out. I don't, outside of season one, I don't know how it all ends and stuff like that. I like to just enjoy it like most people do. I won't read the books on this one. I just want to enjoy it. Um, and Fallout, which is based off a video game, it's coming to Amazon. I am a big Walter Goggins fan. I've seen him in a bunch of things. I always like him. He always delivers. I know he's a main character in this show. Um, and the main actress, I haven't seen her in much. I know I have seen her, haven't seen her in much, um, but the trailer looks good. It's something that I'm excited to watch. I know it comes out like a day or two before my birthday. They're dropping all the episodes, so I will binge it all that weekend before my birthday. If not on my birthday, since I probably won't be at work, I'll take the day off. That's what I do. But yeah, that one looks really good. The one that I'm super iffy on is The Crow. I love the actor who is playing Eric Draven. Um, Skarsgård, those guys are absolutely amazing acting family. He was in It. I'm drawing Bill Skarsgård. There you go. He played It in the remake of It. He's an amazing actor. He looks shredded, but at the same time, the aesthetic just feels weird. It doesn't feel. Um, a lot of people have been saying it doesn't feel gothic, and I agree with that. This feels more like punk rock. Um, if you wanted to narrow it down, um, the weird mullets, Machine Gun Kelly haircut doesn't do it for me. Um, the tattoos on the face, I've never been a fan of that. Even like with the fictional characters, it just never looks cool. But he's tatted all over. That worries me, is the way it looks. The trailer that we have, um, there was it looks very violent, very John Wick inspired, which is a positive. Hopefully, it's good. I don't know. The original Crow with Brandon Lee holds a special place in cinematic history. It's a cult classic for a reason. They've tried to make sequels, they never pan out. They never get past straight to DVD. Um, I know a remake has been in the works for a long time. So many big actors attached to it, but it never came through. Now we're finally getting it. There are going to be people that say it should have never been made. Um, that should be left alone. But at the same time, I understand like a lot of the times Hollywood runs out of ideas, so they have to recycle stuff. And a big majority of the time, they drop the ball on the remakes. So hopefully, this isn't one of them. Um, this is not a remake of The Crow. This is a newer version of the graphic novel or book or comic book, whatever it is. But still, it's one thing where the movie kind of its legacy has outgrown the original source material, and that's what I feel is with the original Crow and the comic book or movie, graphic novel of the Crow. Um, so we'll see how that plays out. And one last one that just popped into my head was the new Alien movie that's coming out. We got a little teaser for it. It's called Alien Romulus. Uh, the director Freddie Alvarez, or if I'm not mistaken, I could be butchering his. I could be wrong, but I think that's who it is. He is an absolutely. How can I put this? He knows his horror movies. If you've seen Evil Dead, I believe he did. It's awesome. It's a horror movie that I do watch. It's on my rotation. I own the 4K. That's something that I love. But this guy, he knows atmosphere, and from the little teaser trailer that we got, it seems like he's gonna knock another one out of the park with Alien Romulus. I'm excited for that. It's gonna be a nice horror, space horror movie, which it's always nice to get. Those. Fun fact: growing up, I was afraid of the concepts of aliens, and to get over that, I watched the original Alien. And I know that doesn't make sense, but that's the way my mind works. Sometimes it's like, hey, let's watch this, graphic horror movie to get over the real life horror that you have. But yeah, that's just a little fun fact for you if you made it this far. But that's where I'm going to end today's episode. I know this has gone longer, um, but I feel like I had more to say on these subjects. And it was also, I think, probably 3 or 4 weeks. So, forgive me. Hopefully you enjoyed it. And yeah, keep watching Shogun. Movie that show's absolutely amazing. And when it's done, I'll talk about it more. But yeah, I'm going to hopefully get on the games with my buddies and play some Helldivers or Destiny 2 because after, you know, 2 weeks, 3 weeks of grinding Final Fantasy, I just need to shoot some things. So I'm going to end this now. I hope you have a good one, and I will talk to you later.